Relax and let your mind unwind. Step inside, leave stress behind. Positive vibes and talk so wise. Say your affirmations, reach the skies. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. That your vibe feels so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Got your vibe shining bright. Vibing with TC tonight. Lift your voice, let it sound. Good vibrations all around. Every word, every line makes your spirit start to shine. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. Catch a vibe, feel so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Catch a vibe, shining bright.
Looking to keep your skin smooth, hydrated, and nourished? Try Chronicle Cream Body Butter. This body butter deeply hydrates using 100% natural oils suitable for all skin types. With gentle fragrances, it glides on easily, offering a buttery feel that melts in perfectly. Don't miss out on giving your skin the care it deserves. Chronicle Cream Body Butter is ready for you. Order yours today.
Hey, y'all. I am back. How is everyone doing? What is up? Your girl's been going through some things, as far as health. And I'm just getting out the hospital. Now I have a cold. So y'all may see me using my Kleenex and stuff, so I don't want my nose to be running while I'm on live. Hey, Miss Lynn, how are you? Welcome in. I missed y'all. How y'all doing? Hey, everybody coming in. Please make sure to hit that like button. My cousin. Hey, Alicia. How you feeling, cuz? I gotta call you when I get off here. I have to call you when I get off here. I have to call and check in on you. Hey, everybody. I was going to put the other light on, but I don't think I really need it. Let me see how it looks. Hold on 1 second. That's too bright. Full of snow. Girl. Yeah, we're not going to turn this on. Let's just turn it off. Okay. I like this better. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? Your girl got a cold. So I'm drinking some tea right now. Because I don't want no scratchy voice or none of that. I'm okay just walking around the house. Okay. Keep those legs moving. Cousin. You can do it. Cousin. I know you can. You got this, cuz. You got it. I promise you. You got this. Hi, everybody. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe to the channel, okay? If you want to bless this channel, because I am not monetized right now, right? You see how I say right now? You can bless me on Cash App, and it is pinned right below me to support the channel is my Cash App tag. Okay? How y'all doing? What y'all been doing? I know y'all been seeing me in other people's chats, but I said I was going to go live because I have not been live for a while. Everything was just happening. So I had to make sure that I was taking care of myself, which is very important, right? Very important. So I have to do that for me, right? Even though I am a little bit under the weather, I know y'all can tell by my eyes, I am up under the weather. I have not even been smoking. My eyes is just, I'm under the weather. I'm like, right. It had got up to 38 degrees here today. Yesterday it was 17. And the day before that, I think it was 8. So we got some snow. I think we got like maybe an inch or two. We got an inch or two. First, it was just like a little ice or whatever. And then, I went outside to take something outside and it started back snowing. But then the next day it melted. So at least I got to see a little snow here in North Carolina. I really don't like the cold. And I come from a cold city. But I don't like the cold. I think that's why my mama moved us to Georgia. That's why my mama moved us to Georgia. Because, baby, it's cold. It's cold in Chicago. I know my auntie. I need to go. I need to call and check on my aunties because I know y'all got some weather. So I know y'all see my title, and y'all know I don't be on that long because I just say what I have to say, give my opinion, and just pretty much get off, right? But my title is using your platforms for good or for evil. People who are content creators, digital creators, social media influencers, what are you using your platform for? Is it for good or is it for evil? Now, I'll start with myself because I like to lead with me because I don't like to, lash out some people's stuff without me putting myself in the mix too. You know what I'm saying? You know how they be saying, you talking about everybody else. What about you? People say that. You talking about everybody else. What about you? Right? Well, about me, I feel like I am to put my platform or use my platform for good. And good to me meaning to have positive outlooks on things. Or just to say, you want to have positive outlooks on things. God gives you things and he really is the director of how you move from your day to day, actually. He is. Hey, my sister Angela. I'm going to get with you, sis. I promise. I promise. And it probably ain't going to be about what we discussed. I want to get on the other one. I want to get on the other platform. The other one you discussed. I want to get on that. Hey, my Gigi sis mama 3 and Tommy. How y'all doing? I was trying not to look too bad. You know what I'm saying? But it's sister suffering with a little cold. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how it came on because I ain't really been outside, but I could have been doing anything. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I have hot flashes. Sometimes I'm cold. Sometimes I'm hot. When you get older, your body goes through those changes, right? They do. But what are you using your platform for? Is it for good or is it for evil? I say that the reason why I speak positive affirmations or, daily inspirations, I post them every time on my community wall, is because sometimes when God gave me a word, and he told me this, he want me to help people. So I try to do as much helping as possible in a positive direction, right? So I don't think positivity would be anything of evil. I will not tell anybody to do anything that I wouldn't do, especially as living positively, right? Some people are in it or use their platforms to weaponize other people, to bully other people, to harass other people. And I would consider that using your platform as evil, right? Tell lies on people. I know that here, where I originally, right here in YouTube, but I know I stream from Facebook as well. Um, Over here on the YouTube streets, it can get very toxic. And the way that I stay grounded is I keep my platform pretty much clean, right? Yeah, I get petty sometime, but it ain't to the point of petty to where I'm really harassing someone on my platform. I'm not going to do that, right? But we have people out here who demonize their platforms for evil, right? Who will do evil or do harm to people. We have a lot of cases to where people have been bullied through social media and they end up unaliving themselves because of the bullying, the harassment that they had encountered on social media, right? Then you have the strong people who knew how to fight for themselves. I mean, I think about while I was being bullied and harassed, I would use my platform to protect myself, right? But I wouldn't do any harm, or I wouldn't go out here maliciously and lie on someone or bash someone. You know what I mean? Sometimes people suffer from maybe traumas, mental illness, anything. Thank you. Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Ty. You say I look fine. Thank you, Ty. Thank you for telling people to hit that like button. But we on the YouTube streets, you really have to keep your head on a swivel because it's so many things going on these platforms, and we don't even know it. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. It's a lot more out there. I'm just naming a few. But if you're using your platform to weaponize it for evil, it's going to be a short lived platform. You may be running a high horse because God hasn't really set you down yet, because He's waiting. He's waiting, but trust me, He's going to spin a block on you and it's not going to be good. It's not going to be good. I'm just telling y'all. I'm just talking about what I know. Sometimes you have to be grateful, thankful, humility, humbling yourself to make sure that you have a healthy platform that will grow when you water it. Some people are out here because I want to make the money, and money is the root of all evil. Is what they say, because God give you money to basically sustain your lifestyle, right? He give you the money to sustain your lifestyle. Now, if He bless you abundantly, you may have a new career, or you may get well known on the social media platforms. Stay humble. Stay humble and stay true to yourself and who you really are and your real reason of building your platform. Some people will say they're building their platform for good, but once they see the money come in and they do something evil, they stay with the evil. Mama 3 said they will never be the millionaires they wish you. Mama 3. They will never be the millionaires they want to be for being evil. I'm just telling you. And if you do make a substantial amount of money here on these platforms, basically what it is it's a demon to me. It's called a demon rush to me. And excuse me, I have to make sure my nose is clear, but usually it's called like a demon rush. Hey, teachers. How you doing, JJ Sus? How you doing? But I got the nasal drip, y'all. But it's called a demon rush to me. A demon rush is when you do something evil and get paid for the evilness that you're doing, and you like the money that you see. So I'm going to keep doing demonized stuff. That's a demon rush. That's a demon rush. That means you are basically coming out here to plant dirty seeds. And what happens when you plant dirty seeds? Your fruits or whatever you're planting is only going to grow so far, but guess what? It's not going to be good fruit. It's not going to be good fruit. I'm just telling you now. You're not going to have a good outcome. For a minute, you may think it's good. For a minute, you're going to be on this high ride. And it's almost like, I'm going to use another analogy. Drugs. When you get that first high on a drug, and I can attest to this because my father used to tell me this. Like when you get that first high and you feeling like you're on top of the world, you're forever chasing it. You're forever chasing that high that you feel the first time you did it. And because you keep chasing it, you wind up spending all your money chasing this first high, right? So with platforms, it's always, you may be in a messy saga, which we were, right? And you get messy, you get down and dirty in this saga, you get messy, you get all this, and because people flock to mess, your numbers are growing, your funds are growing, everything you feel is growing because people are attracted to the mess, right? However, you can only be messy for so long before it hits you, before it genuinely hits you. Now, I know I got a few people in here, and I do want some feedback. You don't have to do a lot of feedback, but I just want to know, what do y'all think about people who weaponize their platform for evil? Yes, we definitely was engulfed in a messy saga. It was messy, right? We have to make a choice to stay in it or get out of it, right? But my question, how or what do you feel about people who weaponize their platforms for evil? Because I would say the people like me, I would consider myself an underdog, but I don't care how long it takes to grow my page. I can't deter or derail myself on what God told me I need to be doing. He said I need to be helping people. So because I see someone else making good money being evil, I can't turn my eyes to evil or be evil or, be a platform that's all about messy. I just can't do it, right? Or bullying somebody, or, you know what I'm saying, putting somebody down, or misrepresenting who I am, or lying on my platform. I would never do that. You are of the fruits you bear. Tommy, you are of the fruits you bear. Do you hear me, people? You are. That's a true statement. What kind of fruit would you want to bear? You have to look at that. That's a strong statement. You said, I'm never compromising my morals for the sake of being aligned with someone. Exactly. I just can't do it. Now, I know people see me and I started out as a threesome. I did always have my platform, but I really wasn't using it. But slowly but surely, we're all separate entities now. Hi, NF Hamel. Humility. I can't pronounce that last one. I'm just gonna call you NF. I'm just gonna call you NF. Hey, you said they. Mama Three said they also might. Oh, Lily. I'm just gonna call you Lily. Mama Three said they also might lose the people in their real. Baby, let me tell you something. If you're so consumed with the platform, you're not really spending a lot of time in your real life, getting your real life together. Things in your home life may start falling apart. Mhm. Yes, that is so true. And I'm going to tell you a story and why I say that, because when I was married, I I was good at justice. I did a lot of justice vlogging and looking and analyzing and, almost like activist type stuff, right? So Sandra Bland was my biggest case. It bothered me so bad with the Sandra Bland that I went so deep. When I tell you I would lose sleep, I would stay up all night looking at different videos, the angles, and how they brought her into the jail. I looked at about 4 or 5 different videos, and I just was obsessed. That's what I can call it. I was obsessed. But my husband was like, dang, you just letting this take over your life. I mean, it had even started affecting my work because I was just so in tune on how I felt about what was going on with this girl and how they misrepresented how she passed away, right? I just knew it was a lie. And, I had just got so consumed with it that I forgot about my home life. So that's the thing. Sometimes you can't be obsessed. A good blogger knows how to balance real life with social media world. They do. Sometimes people are so engulfed with the social media world that it becomes their life. Yes. Hey, Miss Mail, what's up, sis? Tinker said, yes, that too, Mama Three, because when those charges start coming down, they are going to start having some real issues. Yeah, yeah, I feel that. I feel that. I just feel like, sometimes we have to realize how we want our narrative to go. And I'm not talking about like we're going to build a fake narrative. I'm talking about a narrative in real life. Hey, cousin, how you doing? I love you. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm not going to be on long because I am kind of sick, but no, you ain't miss a whole lot. But, and I don't want my nose to keep running while I'm on live, but I just wanted to get that out because people need to understand that when you weaponize your platforms for evil, nothing good comes from it. Nothing good from it. Yeah, you may be getting the money and stuff now. But just like, for instance, you run into the wrong somebody, right? You bullying somebody, you lying on somebody, and you run into the wrong somebody. I've seen a lot of cases last year to where people was weaponizing their platform and they ended up unalived for harassing someone. Like, you just never know a mental state of anybody that you come for, that you weaponize, that you lie on, that you bully on these platforms. So you really have to be cautious and careful how you conduct your platform. A person always has a right to defend themselves from the lies that you tell on them, but you also don't know to what extent that person is willing to protect themselves. I'm just saying. Hey, beautiful. What's going on, my beautiful queen? I just wouldn't do that. Not on my platform. Thank you, cousin. I know my eyes looking a little glassy and dreary, but girl, I'm hanging in there. But I would never use my platform to weaponize someone else. Now, I did a couple of things responding to people, but just outright to come out and just harass somebody and bully them and do all that, no, ma'am. And sometimes you as people, or we as people, we have to understand that sometimes people don't think exactly how we think, or they're not going to react exactly how we react, or they're not going to respond when we want them to respond, right? So with that being said, sometimes you have to really gauge your community and how you're putting your content, vlogging or whatever out there. Now, sometimes people think that, or they can't handle when you respond to them attacking you, right? Okay. Not for tacos. Oh, girl, I wish I could eat one right now. But sometimes people will not respond in ways that you feel like they should. And that's their prerogative, right? But if it goes too far, you have every right to defend yourself. Just never use your platform for evil, because sometimes people will see that evilness, and maybe a big time content creator may want to work with you. But then when they go to your page and see the messiness of it, they probably will be like, "Oh no, I see that they're trouble," or "No, I'm not gonna do that." You know what I mean? No, Neo, don't be sorry. Your live was good. I liked it. Your live, Mel. I'm leaving the store now, driving home. Be safe, cousin, because the temperature dropping again. So be safe. Okay. No, Neo, don't be sorry. Okay. I enjoyed your live. I just wanted to make sure. And y'all know I don't be going live a long time. But I am gonna come back because I have been gone, right? You know what I'm saying? And I got a cold today, and but I said I was gonna put this out here because I just wanted to make everybody aware and do some just mental awareness about how you conduct and how you run your platform. If you're running your platform for evil, it's only going to grow to a certain extent, because the messy people or people you're not really pouring into, they're going to get tired of the mess eventually. And guess what? They're going to stop supporting it. They're just going to find another messy tree to attach to, because maybe the messiness that you're on right now, that's all you own. So you don't have nothing else to really talk about or vlog about or talk about. Maybe I guess in the sector that we're in, instead of people actually vlogging, is they've been attacking other content creators, right? And I'm using this for an example. When you say, "Yeah, I'm a good vlogger, I'm this, I'm that," how are you a good vlogger when you're on here attacking other content creators? That's not vlogging. That's attacking. That's using your platform for evil. I see or hear so many people say they're so unbothered, but then we'll go live and make about 15,000 lives about them not being bothered, which further let me know that you're bothered. And you may have put the evil out, and the person is just responding. But You said, yep, they run attacking campaigns. Tinker. They run attacking campaigns. For why? For why? And if you look at yourself, or you're looking at yourself as a vlogger who wants to grow your platform, be successful in your platform. In order for you to be successful in your platform, you have to monitor your spirit as far as running your platform. And when I say that, I'm not using monitoring spirits as a bad thing. I'm using it that you have to understand the person that you are in the inside in order to convey that on the outside, in order for your platform to grow successfully. If you're not an evil spirit. That's really all I had. You know what I'm saying? I just really wanted people to understand, when you run platforms, you have to be respectful to yourself. You have to be respectful to my, my woman's body date. I'm sorry. You have to be respectful to yourself. You have to be respectful to the people that you support you. And you just have to have humility at the end of the day. Hi, Miss Gloria. How are you? You said hello, TC. What's considered an evil campaign according to you? An evil campaign is if you're smearing my name, knowing that I haven't done anything wrong, and you're just smearing my name, you're lying on me, you're creating narratives that are not true, you're bashing me. That's a smear campaign. That's an evil campaign. That's what I consider evil, an evil campaign. I hope I answered your question, if that makes sense. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like in order for you to grow or water your roots, it has to be clean water. Can't water no plants with no dirty water and expect for them to grow healthy. That's not gonna happen. You know what I mean? You have to make sure that you're living the way that you live your normal life. You pretty much should convey that on the internet. I am so transparent the way that I am. You said great answer. Yeah. The way that I live my life in real life is the way that I live, or the way that I convey myself on my platform. I'm a little goofy sometimes, so sometimes I may have reels that's funny. I speak I speak positive affirmations or positivity, because I want everyone that support me for their mental to stay healthy. You said, okay, but if I'm being attacked, do I not respond back? No, that's not what I said. I said everybody has the right to respond back to someone attacking them. They do. I'm drinking my tea, y'all. But if someone is attacking you, you have the right to respond back. But I'm saying, if you're constantly being attacked and they're constantly attacking you and bashing you, you have every right to respond to them. But I'm saying, well, what if they're bashing you and it's really irate? Do you take yourself down to where they are, Miss Gloria? Or you're just defending your character originally, who you are originally? Because I'm going to respond the way my character is right now. Now, I mean, I have some stories, but I feel like this part of me, or this version of me, is the best version of me so far. And I just don't want to go back there. You know what I'm saying? I can't, because you have a negative spirit. Don't mean I want to have one. And that's just telling the truth. You said, and Miss Gloria, Every battle is not meant to be fought. Tankers. Tankers. Sometimes you win some, you lose some, right? But I tell you what, the battles that you don't fight, someone else gonna fight them for you. And y'all know who that someone else is. Right? Especially if they battles that you don't even really ain't that, but someone trying to destroy your character and smash your name and put your name out here bad and lying on you and doing all that crazy stuff, you have the right to defend yourself. Now, the way that you defend yourself is going to be on you. How you defend yourself is going to be how you defend yourself, right? But sometimes people just have those spirits, those evil spirits. They want to portray themselves as good people. But if you look at a person long enough or you listen to a person long enough, they'll tell you exactly who they are. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, I believe that. I believe if you talk to a person long enough, they're going to tell you exactly who they are. And you can go from there, whether you're going to stay in it or not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? You said responding to attack and evil campaign smear on the innocent is two different things. Exactly. Thank you. Double tap your screens to like this live. And y'all know I don't really stay on long. I just wanted to bring that out there. If you're using your platforms for evil, it's not going to last long, people. But stay on your high horse while you have it. If that's how you seeing it, it's not going to last long. You're not going to grow, not in a growing area. Or if you feel like I can be this big content creator, it's not going to happen for you. It's not going to happen for you. You know what I'm saying? Because you're always on the negative or you're always being evil. That's why I try to keep my platform clean, because even though people don't really migrate or stick to good content or clean content or positive content, you just never know who you can help being positive or being a light or being a voice of reason for someone. You know what I mean? We have so many people who suffer from depression, anxiety, mental health issues, who need to hear a good word, who need to hear that. And I always say my motto is, if I can help one person, I've done my job. I've done my job. I've finished my assignment for today. You said, Tinkers, I understand that, but I'm only going to take so much before I respond back. For me, in real life, I'm not going to respond. You said, I'm not going to respond, but that's just me. Yeah. Yeah, and that's understandable. That's understandable. People can only take so much before they respond. You know, if you shut your mouth and they just out here. I just said this today to my Gigi sisters. The situation with Cardi B and Tasha K. Cardi B took all that she could before she had to retaliate against this lady. You know what I'm saying? She did everything that she could before she had to retaliate against this lady. And to me, that showed character and that showed strength for Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? And she didn't get online bashing. She just handled it the legal way. She just handled it. Tigger said, and Miss Gloria, what does it accomplish at the end of the day? Yeah, that's true. However, if you're defending your character, Tinkers, and I have to come online and defend mine back, what it accomplished for me is that I've cleared my name. Even if no one else believed me, I gave you my story. It's up to you to believe it or believe the lies that's being told on me. If you watch me, then you will see what I spoke is my character, right? So that's why I only address things one time and I let it ride. Because at the end of the day, that's somebody else who has to deal with their own demons, right? Their own traumas, right? They have to deal with everything that they feel like they have to come out online and display for attention, right? Tommy said, I'm going to give up how you give it. You say, I'm going to give it up how you give it, but I will never combat evil with evil. I will take your throw there without being evil. Me too, Ty. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like, yeah, you're going to get yours back. I ain't going to stoop to your level, but you're going to get yours back. TC, I'm speaking in terms of acting like a manic or on your platform. Well, hey Darius, happy new year to you too, brother. You said, oh yeah, a maniac on your platform. Tinkers. The saga that we in, we have several maniacs. Several. And it's like they have Energizer bunny batteries in their back, right? Do they not? They do. And those people deal with their own demons within themselves. They display false narratives of who they are, right? And when you do that, eventually, because you're hiding who you are, eventually it'll show like it's showing now with a lot of people. It's showing now the true person that you are. You were hiding behind this mask for so long. It was itching on your face and you had to take that mug off, right? Because you could only be somebody else for so long and then the true you is going to show up. I'm talking about using your platforms for evil or good, right? You said, I've seen many acting like a maniac on their platforms daily, but they're not called evil. I wonder why. And it's only they're not being called evil because it's people who probably support them who deal with their own inner demons. Yeah, Miss Gloria. Yes, ma'am. People who deal with their own inner demons and don't want to bring lights or attention or self-care to themselves usually don't think that they're dealing with demons, and they're not going to acknowledge that they're following a demon. You said, I'm still searching for their situation. Haven't seen or heard on yet. You said defending your character is one thing, but to do evil things to try to prove others wrong is only proving people to be right. It's only proving people to be right. Hi, She Be Super. How you doing? How you doing? I don't follow people who act like maniacs. Tinkers. Me either. I'm not gonna follow nobody who act like maniacs. I don't feel like I should have to regulate nobody's emotions. I feel like you should be a free thinker. I feel like if I have to regulate your emotions, then you need to see somebody else, maybe a therapist, because I feel like you as an adult should be able to regulate your own emotions. Yeah, yeah. Right. Again, you are the bearer of their fruit. Yes. I have to get back to catching your lives. Yes, I hope so. She be super. I missed you. You know what? I said, I'm feeling better now. I'm out the hospital. I'm doing better. So I said today I was gonna go live. I may go live again Thursday, and it's gonna be kind of a light topic, but I really wanted to do that because now we're in a sector to where people are weaponizing their platforms. I had to talk about it on a different type of level, so people can understand what happens when you weaponize your platform. You know what I mean? So pretty much that's it. You said I'm doing well, thank you. I normally catch your replays, but I'm watching you and Neil right now. Okay, she be super. Thank you. Yes, Gift. Where is the solution? How can people get past the confusion and move past without all the anger and hostility? That's something that they have to deal with internally, Miss Gloria. They have to deal with their own demons internally first. They have to seek help. They have to do what they have to do and find something that's going to help them mentally. I'm just telling you the truth. They may have to talk to somebody, a specialist. They will never see it because they send down the manic behaviors. Yeah, they'll never see it if they don't want to get the help. If they feel like ain't nothing wrong with them, but they out here on the bobo all day, every day, then they don't have no balance. That's one. And they always gonna have manic behavior. When you don't get enough sleep because you're so worried or you're so worried about what other people are saying or feeling about you, you become manic because you're delirious. I ain't had no sleep. I can't get no sleep. You know what I mean? I'm always, trying to see what this person's saying about me, what that person is saying about me. So I don't have time to sleep. So your thoughts are not always there. Your thoughts are not always there. You know what I'm saying? So with that, you have to help yourself at this point. You have to help yourself at some point. People are going to see you only the way that you perceive yourself if you're a content creator. The way that you see yourself is the way other people will see you. So sometimes people, and what I mean by that is, if you on here on, hey, I speak positive, I want to speak light, I want to make people laugh, I want to inspire people. People will see that if that's genuinely who you are. But just say, for instance, I just said all that, but that's not the person you really are. You're only going to fool the people for so long, and then they're just going to start seeing the real you. They're going to see that you're not inspirational. They're going to see that you're not that person that they thought you was, because you came on here with the facade of who you thought you was or who you wanted to be. Some people come on here pretending to be somebody that they really want to be. But if you're evil just inside and you're not getting no help with your evilness, or you're not trying to change the evil person that you are, it's gonna show. I'm sorry, y'all. It's just gonna show. That's just my take on it. Do anybody have, do somebody want to disagree with what I'm saying? I'm willing to listen. Support who you support and keep it moving. Don't be swayed by someone who doesn't want their thing. Tinkers, hold on. Who doesn't want their supporters to support anyone else. I'm gonna say the old term. That's called card blocking. A person will card block because they're trying to control how you see them. They will call block. They'll call block because they'll control how they want you to see them. Yeah. Yep. You said, I think people are confusing support of someone is considered evil. That's just not a true statement. I speak life into myself and others, but I also take a stance for the underdog. Good. That's good, Miss Gloria, because you said people are confusing support of someone is considered evil. No. When you support someone that's evil, and I'm just going to say this. Why? Why would you support someone when you know they're out here being evil? If that makes any sense, Miss Gloria. Like, why would you support someone that's doing evil or malicious things to people? And then I need to ask you, Miss Gloria, what do you consider evil? Or what would you consider not evil? Right? I'll use an example in our saga, because we're going through it now. And I'm just going to speak on this briefly because, I don't bring this to my platform. Someone called a dead woman, right? Someone called a dead woman and laughed about it, had a chuckle about it. I consider that evil. That blew me. That blew me. I felt the way about that. I'm going to tell the truth. I felt the way about that because I never mock the dead. Something has to be seriously wrong with your spirit at that point. How far you would go to get likes, views, and monetary gain for mocking a deceased person. That's evil. No way around it. Anybody that's in this chat now who disagree with how I feel, raise your hand. Raise your hand, because I feel like when you do that, where is your empathy for the deceased person's family? Where is your care for the deceased person's loved ones? Where is your respect for the deceased person? But you did all this for a pat on the back, some clappy emojis, some high five emojis in your chat for $2 and $5 and $10 super and stickers and super chats. You disagree with me? Tankers, no, you don't. You don't disagree with me. I know you play. But that's what I consider evil, Miss Gloria. And if you really kind of support people like that, what does that say about your character? If no one's seen anything wrong with that and tried to downplay it and didn't really see it for really what it was, because it really is what it was, then what does that say about your character, though? Does that mean that I'm going to do the same thing like monkey see, monkey do? Does that mean that, damn, my character may be a little flawed? All I'm saying is, hold on. Miss Laura, the saga was evil on all sides. TC, I was in the chat at that moment, and sorry, she dialed a line and told the person attacking her to ask them. Yeah, Miss Gloria, but I wouldn't even play like that. I I wouldn't even play it like that. That wouldn't have been even my MO to even think to that point. She should have addressed that person, not pretended like she was calling the deceased, if that makes any sense. It wouldn't have took not even 2 minutes for you to tell that person in your audience, we will never know because the young lady's not here anymore. What was wrong with her doing that? Not being sarcastic and calling or pretending to call a deceased person. The disrespect to the deceased is in, to me too. She be super 007. I just didn't like it. But that's my opinion. Everybody has the right to their opinion. I'm just speaking how I feel about it. I just consider that evil. I think that's a slap in the face to the family, and I feel like it's disrespectful. And if you have to mock the dead, or the deceased, I'm sorry, what does this say about your character? That's all I'm saying. People, we're not going to see the views the same. So I respect how you feel, Miss Gloria, in that instance. But that's just my stance on it. You get what I'm saying? I don't even watch that mess because I know what kind of spirit I'm dealing with. At that point, you have no choice. At that point, you have no choice. You have no choice to believe what you see. That's all. That's all I feel, people. But just know and make sure y'all hit that like button if you want to bless the channel. My Cash App is pinned. You can always bless your sister if you like. My Cash App is pinned. If you have not subscribed to my channel, make sure that you subscribe. I may do a live Thursday and it will be a little lighter. But I just wanted to bring that to the forefront. If you think that you have an elevated platform and you're doing it for evil, the elevation that you're going to be going down the down escalator really soon. Tommy said, TC, I believe they scared because they don't want to be doxxed or talked about. So they stay. Hold on. You said they stay. It's like staying in an abusive relationship. I mean, sometimes people have to get the help on their own mentally, you know? Sending love to y'all, ladies. Thanks for a healthy dialogue. Of course, Miss Gloria. You're welcome over here anytime. You've never been disrespectful. You've always been pleasant. So you're welcome. Okay, you're welcome anytime. You said, she be super said the joking, mocking, and the disrespect of Ramika and her family has gone on for weeks. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad. But sometimes people just show you who they are. They do. They do. You know what I'm saying? They just show you who they are. And sometimes you just really have to believe what you see. Sometimes it's hard to believe because we've already believed this person for being someone else because that's what they showed us. They showed us the mask in the beginning. We got used to the mask of the person. But then when the mask slips and we see the real person, we can't believe it. Like, I know this is not who this is. I know that ain't that ain't what I've been seeing. That ain't what I've been seeing. But sometimes if you dig deeper and you start listening to a person talk with their mask even falling off, they'll show you who they are. And that is my time, people. I love y'all. Thank y'all for the support. I may do it live Thursday. I'm going to think of something light on the lighter side to get back to what we originally is. That's having healthy dialogue and making sure our mental stay intact. Okay. And I love y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button. If you have not, make sure y'all have subscribed to my channel. If you want to bless this live, my Cash App is pinned. And I love you guys. Thank y'all for coming in to see your girl. And I'm out.
Relax and let your mind unwind. Step inside, leave stress behind. Positive vibes and talk so wise. Say your affirmations, reach the skies. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. That your vibe feels so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Got your vibe shining bright. Vibing with TC tonight. Lift your voice, let it sound. Good vibrations all around. Every word, every line makes your spirit start to shine. Like, comment, and subscribe now. Let the good vibe show you how. Catch a vibe, feel so right. Vibing with TC tonight. Catch a vibe, shining bright.
Looking to keep your skin smooth, hydrated, and nourished? Try Chronicle Cream Body Butter. This body butter deeply hydrates using 100% natural oils suitable for all skin types. With gentle fragrances, it glides on easily, offering a buttery feel that melts in perfectly. Don't miss out on giving your skin the care it deserves.